Right. Good evening. So we're not going to talk long about this. Listen to the Benjamin Dixon podcast. That's my guy. Listen to him on YouTube, and I sometimes I watch their videos like Sam Cedar, Majority Report, or Benjamin Dixon, Michael Brooks when he was around. Sometimes I listen to, you know what I mean? It depends between YouTube and between Google Podcasts. It just depends on what I'm doing. Lately, I prefer the podcast for some reason. Just a little bit sharper to the point. Benjamin Dixon was talking about how Donald Trump risks his own supporters' lives and how it's a game and it's really a cult where he got to. And for some reason, that touched me. That we're on the left, Benjamin Dixon and I. We're on the left. And it frustrates me to go into HD and no one wears a mask. I go to the other HD over on Graham, and they got signs on the door telling me masks, and no one wears masks. Customers aren't wearing masks. Customers are looking at me weird because I'm wearing a mask. It's deeply, deeply frustrating. And we had a thing the other night. Some chick was at a bar, white lady, and she's drinking from a beer tap with her mouth. They had to close the thing down. It's just, it's so frustrating to know that and to watch CDC, WHO, watch these press conferences and the information that they bring out to the public and know that if I act on this, I'm isolating myself. I'm isolating myself physically. I'm also isolating myself socially because no one else cares. As Benjamin Dixon says, Trump's risking his own supporters' lives. We don't want them dead. And when he mentioned cult, I think where he was going with it is just, it's a death cult. And he mentioned Herman Cain. And I just thought about how, for the left, it's like we care more about their deaths than conservatives do. I mean, we had that Christian minister, I forgot his name, that was making mockery of Corona, and he got sick. He died up here in Concord, not far from where I left. I remember getting up Sunday morning, it's like back in either March or early April, and reading about it. I didn't feel anything for him, but I remember that. I believe I mentioned it in the video. You've got that. I've already mentioned Herman Cain getting sick and passing of COVID. Other people around Trump have gotten sick. Secret Service agents have gotten sick with this thing. And don't forget, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, actually saying that we have to die for dominoes, that we have to get sick. Elderly people have to get sick for the economy. And for me, it's like we have so deeply ingrained the capitalist system in our core, in our souls, that it's like to have a job, you've got to sacrifice your health. Like you can't just do it. Like, it'd be one thing if you did a job and like what I do. You know what I mean? I keep my truck pretty clean. I'm left alone. I got a plan in my truck. Shit, nobody bothers with me. Where I'm doing a job, I got a mask and stuff, and nobody bothers with me. These people working in pork plants and stuff like this, being exposed to a disease, I think that it's really tragic. It's really, really tragic. It really is. Honestly. They're put in a position where they have to work or they'll starve. And so it's like we've deeply ingrained in ourselves that to have a job, you have to lose rights and risk your health just to survive. I didn't say get rich. I'm not talking about football players that risk it all to make millions, but probably won't remember their name by the time they're 40. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the average working man worrying about tomorrow, worrying about his next paycheck. That really, it's really sick. But going back to it, Benjamin Dixon, he made a great point. But it's like we care more about these people that die than they do, even when it's other right wingers. I mean, there's a guy on Young Turks was talking about it. I remember I was out there at the work site over there in Valentine Corporate Place. I was listening to him talk, and it really stuck me. He was talking about how Herman Cain, he's laying in the hospital dying. He's in the hospital like almost a month, I think, or almost close to a month, 3 weeks to a month, and he's dying of this thing, and people are posting that this isn't a big deal, we shouldn't worry about it, this is overplayed, as he's dying of it. And he spoke about this, and I should have done a video about it, just how profoundly sick there's a sickness there, that it really is like fascism, rabid conservatism. It is a cult. It like everything about it is a cult. I call them reactionary bigots, but it is a cult. It's a cult in it that they're willing to die for that. Like they are willing to die for capitalism, you know. And the fact that we aren't, something's wrong with us. And they make fun of people in Europe and stuff, and it's like you're making fun of people that have fucking 10 weeks of vacation a year. People who have universal health care. People who get sick and go to the hospital and don't wind up bankrupt. You're making fun of a system that's civilized, and a system in which you don't have to worry if you trip and fall that you'll lose it all. There's a cult-mindedness in that. There really is. There's either there's a stupidity, and I don't believe everybody that does it is stupid, or there's a cruelty, a stupidity or a cruelty there. You know what I mean? Then they'll say, well, go to Europe, you know. I mean, from the very beginning of the pandemic, they were paying people off. You know, if, you know, we closing businesses and we're going to pay people throughout the duration of the pandemic so they don't go home, they don't lose it all. That's socialist, that's communist. Like, that's what a civilized system would do. And it's just, the reason, you know, sometimes when I look at stuff going on in America, it's so shocking because I am so detached from the American system. Like, I watch WCNC on my YouTube, sometimes locals. That's it. I watch DW. I'm on Sputnik probably like all day. DWRC. It's all European stuff. I don't follow American media at all. I have no interest in it. So it's like when I look, like they had, what's the dude from Crosstalk on there? He was talking about how if he gets sick at IT, they give him a letter, you know, he goes to the doctor, of course it's free. And he's furloughed. His job be waiting when he comes back. They just want to make sure that he's well. You know what I mean? They care more about you being back to full strength. I mean, I look at these people out here, they call 911 and get sick, and they're scared to have an ambulance come out there. You know what I mean? That's kind of sad, and they'll talk about how good our medical system is, but look at how many people are afraid to get involved in it because they don't want to lose it all. That's a problem. I'd rather have a system that's more user-friendly and isn't quite so cost prohibitive than a system that's like 110% A+ world class. I just, the purpose of this video was just to state that it's unusual, it's strange, it's pathetic, and it's a little bit sad that we on the left are more concerned about death rates, even when it's conservatives that die of this disease, and how reckless Trump and the other right wingers, you know, that we've heard and seen, when they downplay this disease, they downplay the future. Oh, it's gonna go away in the summer. The heat's gonna go away, and you know, any day we gotta get rid of it. We gotta forget about it. This is dangerous. You know, people getting punched out for asking people to socially distance or wear a mask. They're punching people out for this stuff. These are dangerous times. This is dangerous stupidity. you're dealing with out here. And we on the left, I think it just shows that we're morally superior. Like, I didn't look at that Cardi B stuff. I don't care. When I look at, like, Kyle Kalinske talk about it, like, it makes me look at him like, why are you looking at this? As a black man, like, I don't mess with black women. And as a black man, I know our culture is ratchet. I don't listen to hip-hop. I listen to trance and house music. I don't listen to American music. I especially don't listen to hip-hop at all. At all. None of it. I don't listen to hip-hop at all. I have no interest in it at all. And so I don't care about Cardi B doing this. I knew she was stupid before that happened. And Michael Brooks do that sometimes. He would, and it's just like, dude, like, why are you, you know what I mean? Why are you looking at this? Like, I don't know. That's the American culture. I don't know. I just, peace.